In today's world, there are many ways to acquire secured information through not so legal means. One common method is a MITM or man in the middle attack. It is so common, in fact, that one third of cyber attacks use it as the chief method to obtain all sorts of sensitive information, from large corporations to local users, extracting anything from passwords to financial information and everything in between. Not much is safe from a well-executed attack on ill-defended systems and or servers. That begs the question, or several questions then. How does one become a victim? How quickly can this type of attack occur? How can you defend against such an attack? Is there a way to harden your systems to preempt an attack from occurring? Let's explore a scenario to show exactly how this type of attack can play out and how to harden your systems to stop such a breach from even happening.
Imagine what could be a normal day for a remote worker using their own device on a public Wi Fi network. In our scenario, they have decided to visit a coffee shop. They wake up and complete a morning routine, packing up their phone, laptop, chargers, and head to a local coffee shop to use their Wi Fi and enjoy overpriced coffee. They automatically connect to the network that they have previously used. On this particular day, our man in the middle decides to visit the coffee shop. Every week, he finds a local coffee shop and gets there early to wait for unsuspecting visitors. He patiently waits for victims with weakened security to connect to the network, constantly scanning all devices for network traffic or waiting for any irregularities. Today, the victim did something different. They spilled their coffee. They then let out some not so safe for work words and check to see if they can afford another $10 drink. The coffee shop visitor needs to verify if they have the funds to get another drink.
The victim loads up their banking website with their username and password already pre filled and then happily gets up to purchase another drink. Our attacker, also happy, signs into the victim's bank account and leaves just enough money for one drink. But in real life, that's not going to happen. As soon as the attacker leaves, the victim gets a notification that their bank account has dropped under the limit they set to protect from overspending. The confused victim wonders how a $10 drink could have possibly done that. The coffee shop visitor then checks his account again to be surprised that all the money has disappeared and there has been an unauthorized wire transfer. The man in the middle, satisfied with his work, has already packed up and left and on his way to another coffee shop. How can the average person protect themselves from something like this happening?
Defend against man-in-the-middle attacks using a VPN on devices that frequently connect to public Wi-Fi networks is an essential step. VPNs encrypt their network traffic, making it more difficult for attackers to intercept and read the data. However, VPN should not be the sole line of defense, as encryption can still be cracked. Employing multiple layers of security tools in combination with a VPN adds extra protection. Additionally, forcing HTTPS on web browsers such as Edge, Chrome, Safari, and Firefox help ensure secure encrypted connections while browsing, further reducing the risk of attackers intercepting or manipulating data during transmission. Using strong encryption protocols like AES 256 and regularly updating security tools further fortifies your defenses combined. These strategies enhance security, making it significantly more difficult for attackers to intercept, decrypt, or alter communications in a man-in-the-middle attack.
While VPNs and encryption are important defense strategies, enabling two factor authentication, or 2FA, is another crucial layer of protection that could have saved our coffee shop victim from financial loss. With two factor authentication, a second step is added to the login process beyond just a username and password. So even if the attacker successfully intercepted the victim's credentials through the man in the middle attack, they would still need access to the second form of authentication. This could be a one time code sent to the victim's phone or generated by an app like Google Authenticator, Duo Security, or Okta. This extra layer of security is tied to the device that the attacker doesn't have. Two-factor authentication codes are time sensitive and expire quickly, limiting the attacker's window of opportunity. Additionally, some methods use out-of-bound authentication, sending the second factor through a separate channel like SMS, message, or a hardware token, making it even harder for the attacker to capture both factors in real time. Incorporating two-factor authentication significantly reduces the likelihood of a successful man-in-the-middle attack, as stealing credentials alone isn't enough for an attacker to access sensitive information or complete fraudulent transactions. However, this two-factor authentication isn't foolproof. Some attackers use advanced methods like real-time phishing to capture both the login credentials and the two-factor authentication code. SIM swapping attacks, where the attacker takes control of the victim's phone number to receive SMS-based codes, are another possible threat.
Man-in-the-middle attacks represent a serious threat to individuals and organizations alike, exploiting vulnerabilities in communication systems to steal sensitive data. As demonstrated in our capstone project, these attacks can be executed quickly and without the victim's knowledge, making them especially dangerous. However, the method we explored, including SSL stripping, serve as a reminder of how easy it can be for attackers to infiltrate unsecured connections.
Fortunately, there are effective defense strategies that can significantly mitigate the risk, from basic steps like using VPNs and enforcing HTTPS and enabling firewall to more advanced security measures such as end-to-end encryption and two-factor authentication. Each layer of protection plays a crucial role in making it more difficult for attackers to succeed. While no security solution is perfect, implementing a multi layered approach increases resilience against man in the middle attacks.
The key takeaway is that security is not a one-size-fits-all solution, but a continuously evolving process. Staying informed about the latest attack methods and adopting proactive security practices are essential to minimizing risk and protecting personal and organizational data. With the right combination of tools and awareness, we can greatly reduce the likelihood of falling victim to these types of attacks.
We are men in the middle. Stay safe.